We've got a vectors question going on here because, as you can see, we've got some things labelled A, B, and C, the capital letters, and you've got these little arrows going on as well. And we're going to use them to show that PQ is parallel to SR. But how do we do that? Well, if we can show that one of the vectors, the vector going from P to Q, is a multiple of the vector going from S to R, or vice versa, SR is a multiple of PQ, then that's going to mean they're parallel, because a vector is basically, it gives you a magnitude and a direction. So if you can show that actually I've got one that's just slightly smaller or bigger, then it's still going to be going in the same direction. So essentially, if this was D, we need to show that SR is K times D. Okay, so that's gonna, and D is just a vector that I've made up. So let's try this. Let's try and find out what PQ is. That's this vector here going, here we go. Right, but vectors, I can construct them using, multiple other vectors. I can add things together. So I can make this vector PQ by first going along to PX and then going from X to Q. But wait, P is actually the midpoint of OX, and so this vector here is also A, and therefore I can write down that PQ is equal to A plus B. That B is a bit not easy to read now, but there we go. I found the vector PQ. So now I need to find the vector SR. Okay, there's going to be a bit more to do here. I'm trying to go here. All right. Well, my starting point, I think, is that I do have the vector C going on. This is also going to be C because S is the midpoint. So I want to work out this one here, and then I'll be done. Okay, but that's like the toughest one to be able to get, I think. All right. I can, however, this takes a bit of thinking, but I'm trying to work out this one using the other ones. And if I kind of go round like this, then actually I can get the vector zy. And then I know that this blue one is going to be half of that. So I'm just going to write that up here, that zy is going to be, that's going to be minus 2c because I'm going in the opposite direction. By the way, I've been doing this, we use a little underlining because I can't make it bold like they can in the text. And then I'm going to add 2a. And then I'm going to add 2b. And that will get me from z to y. So z to x is going to be half of that, and I can just have each term. It's going to be minus c plus a plus b. Brilliant. I figured out what that one there is. So SR is going to equal c plus, and I'm just thinking I'm just going to temporarily write plus zy, just to show my working clearly. And then that's going to equal c plus minus c plus a plus b. The c's are going to cancel out, and I'm just left with a plus b. And actually, to finish this off, I can write that that is equal. It's not that they're just parallel, they're actually equal, which is, either way, it proves it. So it is a multiple, it's just a multiple, I multiplied by 1 in this case. I can say it's equal to PQ, and I should just write a conclusion. Hence, PQ and SR are parallel. Because actually they are exactly the same vector, they're just somewhere else on the page, but they're going the same direction. It must be parallel.